Now, I'm going to have to deal with a problem, deal with something that I've been doing for quite a while. Not quite a while, but that I do every now and then, and that is it isn't even the hypocrisy that even I am known for being, and maybe I should be more human. I think being more human rather than what a hypocrite. What a dumbass. What a dumbass for for taking their kids and taking a picture of a grizzly bear. Yet he won't walk on the stair. And yet the same person with speaking in this tone will walk in the on the on the steps, walk up the stairs properly because he's afraid of putting his feet on the ground. Yeah, yeah, you know, the very same dumbass. I mean, the person who calls people other people dumbasses is worse than a dumbass. He's a jackass. I am that kind of person sometimes. And whether I should be even doing this, remember I said I would rather be less harsh with people than I am sometimes, and be human, because I sometimes get into some of those negative headspaces and whatnot. I'd rather be the human being that's like not as harsh toward people than harsh. And sometimes I am harsh, and it's just really a shame that with all the hypocrisy that with all the talk of hypocrisy that I do, I'm the biggest hypocrite. And it is so interesting. No, not the biggest hypocrite. I'm like, yeah, in some ways I'm a big hypocrite. You know, I don't feel like I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not doing enough to basically deal with my own biases, and I it's one thing to call other people out, it's another thing to call yourself out. On top of that, getting all stressed out because there's some crap going on in the world. You know, you have your mind. What's more important? I'm gonna ask a thing that's gonna be a question. What's more important? This or your own sanity or your own mind? Are your material possessions more important to you and having the government take that away? Or your own peace of mind? If the government or corporate and as well as corporations can take all that, can take your material possessions and get worried about material possessions, what happens if they try to take away? What if that's why your peace of mind should not be rooted in material things? Because if you care only for if your peace of mind is rooted in material possessions, you worry about losing them. You worry about losing them, and when I look at what goes on in the entertainment industry, it's not like they can control the information. They can try, but they can try to control the flow of information. It's just in the end there are always going to be ways around it. People are going to create their own works as a way of countering the system, and this is something that that I'm beginning to sort of think about in regards to how I handle things. It's it's one of those things which people will undoubtedly come to an agreement to some degree. It's like you can't do anything, and maybe not being so negative on my so negative toward myself would be a very good thing to do, because that actually would be the wisest thing to do. Not be so negative. Not call oneself a dumbass or any of these kind of words, because it doesn't do you any good. It just doesn't do you any good. And in the end, it just does you more harm. That's about all. Peace out.